The Necronomicon is perhaps the most authentic book of magic available to us today. And I can hear you all saying, but it's a fictional book, supposedly written by a mad Arab poet, culled from the imagination of H.P. Lovecraft 100 or so years ago. Well, less than 100 years ago. And precisely the fact that it is unreal, that it doesn't exist, is where it has its power. If you read grimoires, authentic ones, the Lesser Keys of Solomon, the Book of Abimelech the Mage, and all the others, they're mostly rubbish. Even the Book of the Law. They're mostly fluff and made up of things to do with everything from diet to fasting to meditation to collecting certain plants and many other things that seem incomprehensibly unnecessary. And that's because they are incomprehensibly unnecessary. The simple fact that the Necronomicon doesn't exist and yet millions of people all over the world want to believe it exists is what makes it exist. Even though there are many fraudulent copies out there claiming to be the original 800 pages created by the mad Arab, it matters not. That even makes it more real again. And the simple reason for this is the one place that the Necronomicon exists is in the temple of the mind. It exists in the world of the imagination, the collective unconsciousness of people who want it to be real, or people who consider it to be so good it's almost real, and this is what makes it real. The fact is the Necronomicon is found in the greatest library of all, the same library that the Druids used, the library of the imagination, the library of the mind. And this is what perhaps makes it the nearest thing we have to paganism in terms of, say, Celtic paganism and similar schools of Indo-European neo-paganism. Well, I would say neo-paganism in terms of unreconstructed, in terms of how Wicca and Kabbalah has affected it, makes it real. It's very, very real because it exists in the mind. It is passed on basically through a system of imagination. It was cultivated through imagination and possibly dreams. In fact, I believe it was. But it was also enhanced, furnished, fertilized, and moved along by our belief in this book in terms of what it contains and what its potential is. And this makes it, without a doubt, perhaps the most real magical grimoire of all time. The Necronomicon exists because it doesn't exist. It is not in the physical world. It exists as an interface and an intermediate idea between the conscious mind and the subconscious world, the vast depths of the unknown sea. And that's why the Necronomicon must be taken very seriously indeed.